This ain't your ordinary boring sliced bologna. This is smoked up to perfection, the poor man's ribeye. This hot honey roll of bologna is smoked up sweet and spicy, and I'm gonna show you how to fix it today. See it? Poor man's ribeye. Best steak you're ever gonna eat in your life. I'm talking about when I went to the store today, I was hungry. And I was just looking around, going down aisles, went by the lunch meat. You know, it comes in them little packages, look like this. Ain't no telling how long it's lived in there. I ain't gonna eat it. So I go around there to the brisket and I look, oh, there's a nice looking brisket. $147 for that brisket. It had 2 gold bars stuffed in it somewhere, it did. So I just kept right on walking. Went around there to the deli and I said, I'll take some bologna. She said, how much do you want? I said, I want 2 rolls, ma'am, if you ain't got none of them big rolls. And she said, what are you going to do with 2 rolls of bologna? I said, ma'am, I'm going to put them on the smoker. I'm going to make a hot honey glaze that goes on them. It is going to be the best thing ever. I said, y'all want to start selling it right here in your store. Now, when you're buying bologna, look on that package and see that it says all beef bologna, not chicken, pork, tennis shoes, rubber tires, water hoses, none of that. All right, so we're going to carve on these a little, do a little cosmetic surgery to them. But before that, I done put me some Smoky Woods hardwood lump in there, all on one end, started my fire so it can be preheating my grill. So the first thing I want you to do, sharp knife, and just come in here and we're going to make an incision. That is the correct doctor's term that they would use.
Do you have a degree to do this?
Yes. And then I want you to turn it this way and slice over there to meet that one. Now, we have what I call a feed trough. Don't think this will go to waste. This will be in me and the pup's appetizer. Now I want you to come back, start up here at the front, and go about 1/2 inch. But we're just going to go about 1/4 of the way down, which is about so. Why are we doing that? It's going to let more smoke penetrate in there, more flavor get in there, and everything's going to be better. Mage will give his approval, I am sure. More flavor is coming your way. I have minced me up some garlic cloves. Turn her over here on the side. Get below where you were and just poke you some holes in there with whatever you got that's wooden that you can get it open a little. And I think while we got it open, we better try to get some of this in there because I don't think it's one we'll go if we don't. Tamper down in there just like loading a muzzle loader. Get about 3 in there. Now you could use whole garlic cloves and just stick them down in there, but I don't think they bring about as much flavor that way. This way it's sort of going to incorporate as everything gets hot. We're going to make about 6 holes per each roll of bologna and get the garlic shoved in them. More flavor is headed our way. If you're going to have a poor man's ribeye and you're going to call it the best thing ever, you got to have 3 of my favorite peppers. Serrano, poblano, and jalapeno. They are all kinfolks and they want to partake in the cosmetic surgery. This is like a chemical peel that women puts on their face because when we put this on there, all of it is going to be oh so good. It's going to be tender, going to be juicy, but we can't just do this. I mean, that'd make, I guess, for a pretty good show, but it wouldn't give us the flavor we want. So, one of these, and just go to grating. If you're subject to you think it's too much hot, turn the video off because you ain't gonna make it. Now all these little pieces that don't want to get in there and get all parts of my fingers with them, I'm just gonna chop up with a knife. But remember, do not rub your eyeballs. Don't scratch your butt. Nothing, because it's hot. Time to get them on some smoke and some love. Got an apparatus in here. It is another surgical piece of equipment that we need for this operation. a 12 or a 14-inch skillet, wire rack on top. The reason is that when we go to basting this, if some of all this juice is run down in there, because there's going to be another secret ingredient that goes in there with it that's going to make some good stuff, that way we can dip it back up on top if we need to. So let's get them placed in here. And one right there, the magic other ingredient, Band-Aids, because he's got a big incision. So we're going to need to put him in there. So you can drape them on there however you want. We're just going to lay some across here. I'm just going to cut these in half right here and we'll see what happens. One right up here, Mage. This one here's feeling a little left out. We're hoping that some of this good bacon grease renders down. I'm trying to stand that back up there where he goes, where he's level. We may have to put a shim on him, because I don't want him rolling over during the process. And if you think you need to do that, cut you a half an onion, wedge it under there so it don't be rolling around. He maybe don't have enough anesthesia in him or he wouldn't be doing that. And don't think we're not going to use all the bacon, because we're going to use every bit of it that was laid out here. We're cooking indirect, which means all the heat is down here, nothing here. This way, when we shut that lid, we'll get that flow going round and round. Now, it is good and white hot down in there. We're going to try to target a temperature of about 250 degrees. And we're going to add one little old piece of mesquite to it and let the smoking begin. We're going to come back in about 30 to 45 minutes, and we're going to mix up some baste and go to basting it. While that's smoking along, and we're nearly to the point to where it's going to need some glazing, so let's get it mixed up. First, we're going to have some honey. And it's a little chilly out here today. Honey ain't real warm. To that, some of our sweet and spicy green chili mustard. If you ain't got that, get you some Dijon, something like that. It'll work just fine. Japanese barbecue sauce. I fell in love with this stuff. I put it on a lot of things. Give it some of that. Some of Justin Wilson's favorite stuff to use, the W sauce. And to that, some garlic cloves. Give it a good stirring. Try to get all that honey mixed up well. Hey, don't y'all forget now, there is a new podcast of ours comes out every Sunday, the Cowboy Coffee Hour. And we'd like nothing better than you to pour a cup of coffee, drag up a chair, join us. We're going to share a little faith, a little behind the scenes, some laughter, maybe even shed a tear or two. Y'all tune in, we'll be counting on you. Ain't that a beautiful sight? Now you can tell, remember when we cut these this way, I wanted them sort of spread open to where they could absorb all that flavor. But we're going to move these bacons for just a minute. But we're going to put them back, don't you worry. But I want that glaze to be able to get down in there. So we'll do this one first. Try to get down in them cracks. Get some on the sides. So this bacon that we're putting back on there, put the ones that are most done on there first. And then we'll lay those back on there that are like this. That way we can get some more of that bacon grease rendered down in there. This is about a 2-hour smoke process. And we're going to baste about every 30 minutes. So let me get that oven basted, shut the lid, and let her go to cooking. While that there bologna is over there in the smoker doing its thing, I don't want to just leave y'all hanging out thinking, what are we going to do now? We are going to make the premier dip of the summertime to go with that, and everything else that you're going to do. Started out with some sour cream. I did. One of these little packets of ranch dressing. We're just going to dump it in there. And there's a secret ingredient that goes in there. And it is what? Candied jalapenos. Now, I go to the store and I buy them diced pickled jalapenos. Drain a little bit of the juice off of them, put them in a pan. Add some sugar, let them cook down till they thicken, then let them cool. It's the best thing ever. This is what we call cowboy candy, and it goes on everything. So let me get this stirred up first right here. Now add them jalapenos. So all you got to do now, cover it with some saran wrap, slide her in the fridge. It needs to set at least 30 minutes, but if you'll let it set and let it just go overnight, it gets better every day, and then it will be what? Chip and dip time. I'm gonna go ahead and dance now because I know what's happening. I love me some bologna. This stuff is so good. Now, when you're cooking this, really remember, this bologna is already cooked. We're infusing more flavor in it, giving it smoked taste. Takes about a little over 2 hours. I see a bite I want right here. Folks, blows my mind, it does. This is transforming what you ever thought bologna could ever be. It'll be your special dish now that you use on holidays and when you want to make an impression on somebody. Try it out, it's easy. Let me know what you think. Leave us a comment down there. Don't forget to give us a like because it helps our channel, and make sure you're subscribed. But it is with pride, privilege, and honor that I tip my hat to all our servicemen and women and all the vets that have kept that old flag a-flying no matter where you're at. We commend you all we do, and we lift you up in prayer daily. Rest of you, get on up in here close. I'm going to get you close enough you're going to get some of that bologna on you. God bless you each and every one, and I'll see you down the spicy and sweet smoked bologna trail.